Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 21st, state that Carly Spencer will have a cover story, and Sasha Gilmore Corbin will confess to Jason Morgan. Jen Sidwell will also make a plea to Alexis Davis, so this is what GH fans may expect. For openers, Emma Scorpio Drake and Jocelyn Jax will have a passionate argument. When Jocelyn questions why Emma is usually furious with her, Emma may strike out in retaliation, making this confrontation much more intense. She's done with Jordan Ashford and will stick with Isaiah Gannon instead. Jordan will argue that Sidwell should be stopped, and that she is in a position to do it. As a result, Jordan will insist that her connection with Isaiah must come to an end, at least for now. Isaiah and Jordan may be able to continue their romance after Sidwell's demise, but she'll believe it's more vital to focus on her secret plot for now. At the Quartermain estate, Jason will resume his uncomfortable talk with Sasha, demanding to know if the money she received was from Sidwell. Sasha will reveal her $250,000 agreement, and how she recommended Sidwell at deception, confirming Jason's suspicions. While Jason chastises Sasha for playing with fire, Sidwell approaches Alexis and makes a pitch on Marco Rios' behalf. Although Alexis was taken aback by the discovery that Sidwell is Marco's father, Sidwell would argue that she would be foolish not to hire him. Elsewhere, Lucas Jones will ask Marco a key question that could determine their love future. "Did you know who I was and where I lived, Port Charles?" Lucas asks in the Monday GH teaser video. While Lucas tries to figure out how much Marco knew and when he knew it, Carly will insist on accompanying Sonny Corinthos to his imminent heart surgery. Although Sonny may make a prediction that raises too many questions if his ex-wife arrives, Carly will devise the perfect cover story and tell Sonny that it will be successful. They say that change is the only constant in life, and it appears that General Hospital is set to go through a major transformation. A since-deleted social media post from Robert Adamson, who occasionally replaced Chad Duell as Michael Corinthos, stated that the search for a permanent replacement is ongoing. Here's what to expect. A difficult proposition. It's strange that on the 15th anniversary of Duell's debut as Michael, a replacement is being sought for the Emmy winner. Whoever gets the part is in for a rough ride. Not only do spectators struggle to accept someone fresh and a familiar character, but things don't always go smoothly behind the scenes. In fact, Maurice Benard has previously spoken candidly about the difficult time he gave Duell when he took over for Drew Garrett. And the late Leslie Charleson has stated that she did not receive a warm welcome when Patsy Ron was sacked as Monica. A juicy storyline. At the very least, the new Michael will receive enough of meaty content. Willow, his estranged wife, has appointed her lover, his uncle Drew, as guardian of their children since he was sent away to recover from his burns. Plus, Sasha, who is pregnant with Michael's child, has been getting closer to Jason, who is pretending to be the father, in case the Quartermains become possessive. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Christina Corinthos Davis may face claims of a second attempt on Ava Jerome's life. Will Alexis Davis grow to regret not having her daughter committed, as Diane Miller recommended? Christina intended to cut the brake lines on Ava's car, but cut Rick's instead. Christina attempted to tamper with what she thought was Ava's automobile, only to realize that she had accidentally targeted Rick Lansing's car instead. As a result, Rick and Elizabeth Baldwin unintentionally became victims of Christina's irresponsible behavior, which may have turned tragic. Although the plan was intended for Ava, Rick is now concerned that Christina may take additional action. Ava persuaded Rick to take part in this blackmail plot, rather than report Christina to the authorities, leaving the door open for additional hazards. Christina appears to understand the gravity of her actions for the time being, but this could change rapidly, especially if she discovers Ava's control over the situation. Christina will not like her mother being blackmailed by Ava, and she may retaliate. Ava's blackmail of Alexis is likely to upset Christina. This revelation may reignite Christina's volatile temperament, raising the chance of her losing control and attempting to harm Ava again. However, there is a potential that Ava will upset someone else before that occurs. Ava, known for her ability to create adversaries, may arouse the ire of another character, complicating the plot even further. In such a case, Christina may be falsely implicated, notwithstanding her innocence. Characters such as Ava, Rick, Alexis, Diane, and even Lucky Spencer may assume Christina has planned another murderous scheme. Alexis couldn't commit to Christina, but she may live to regret it. Alexis ultimately opted not to have Christina committed, but she may come to regret her decision if Ava is seriously harmed. Ava could find herself in a life-or-death situation after becoming a target, and Alexis may suspect Christina is behind it, regardless of her real involvement. If Ava survives the terrible encounter, she may be able to implicate Christina and tell the truth about the car sabotage. A vengeful Ava might then go all out against Christina, trying to put her in prison. According to upcoming ABC soap spoilers, Diane's worries regarding Christina's breakdown may come true, and we'll keep you posted on the drama that ensues. Port Charles was on fire this week. Catch up on all of the General Hospital action from April 14th to 18th, which was full of drama, intrigue, and surprise twists. Monday, April 14th, 2025. The week begins with Portia Robinson telling Kai Taylor she does not suggest spinal surgery. It left 2 persons disabled, 3 with no change and 2 others healed. Kai said he does not care since he believes he will be the 3rd successful narrative. Meanwhile, Willow Conrentos comes to visit. She informed Drew Kane that she had never been the target of her rage before, and she believes Carly never cared about her at all. This offered Drew the opportunity to persuade Willow to sign custody papers. Tuesday, April 15, 2025. Alexis Davis made a strong choice, informing a visibly saddened Diane Miller that Ferncliff was not a possibility for Christina Conrentos Davis. Alexis pushed on finding another method to heal her daughter, saying she would not be the one to break her. Moving on, Alexis visited with Ava Jerome at her gallery. She outlined her divorce settlement payment schedule, which included 3 deposits and a final payment due in July. Ava acknowledged the return of her money, but made it plain that she expected additional reimbursement. Wednesday, April 16, 2025. Laura Collins holds a press conference to discuss the placement of the Esplanade. Councilman Ezra Boyle repeatedly interrupts her to express his support for Drew. Laura goes on about allowing locals to vote on the location. Boyle tells her that the piers in question are owned by Sonny Corinthos, the local mafia. He doesn't understand why Laura tolerates the hotspot of crime at those piers when they might be part of the Esplanade. Meanwhile, Diane Miller takes Marco Rios to meet Sonny Corinthos. Jason Morgan greets her at the door, and after introducing Marco, Sonny asks him why he does not share his father's surname Sidwell. Diane is shocked because she had no idea, and Marco confesses that Sidwell is his father and is ordered to leave. Thursday, April 17, 2025. When she returns to Alexis Davis's office, Marco Rios and Lucas Jones have already arrived. She tells him she is astonished to see him there following recent events. Lucas is perplexed, so Marco informs him that Jen Sidwell is his father. Meanwhile, Lois Cerullo is speaking with Giovanni Giopalmieri at the party when Lulu Spencer joins them. As they discuss Joe's origins, Lulu notices similarities to the child BLQ gave up a few decades ago. Friday, April 18, 2025. Sonny Corinthos also finally told Carly Spencer that he needed open heart surgery. Carly swears she will accompany him to his procedure, which is a week away. She wonders who else knows, and he counts off family members before revealing that Natalia Ramirez knows. Meanwhile, Sasha Corbin persuaded Jason Morgan to accompany her to attend the baby's sonogram. After it's over, he asks whether he can send a sonogram photo to Michael Corinthos, which Sasha doesn't think is a good idea. She is concerned that it will send the message that she wants him engaged with the kid. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Friday, April 18th include a warm welcome to the family, enticing propositions, and sound advice. Olivia Quartermain receives a new family member, and Carly Spencer offers sound advice. There is no absolute guarantee. Maxie Jones is taken aback by a phone call at the Deception Cosmetics offices, as Brooke Lynn Chase observes. Maxie reacts strongly, informing the caller that nothing is set in stone. Clearly annoyed, she is preparing to alert Brooke Lynn about the issue momentarily. Whatever the issue of conversation is, it is far from resolved. It appears that they may need to return to negotiations or reconsider their tactics. Welcome to the family. Olivia speaks with Sasha Corbin on the Quartermain estate, expressing her view that Sasha is on his way to becoming a true member of the Quartermain family. Olivia believes the baby Sasha is expecting belongs to Jason Morgan, but it is actually Michael Corinthos' child. However, it is important remembering that Michael is a Quartermain by blood, having been born to AJ Quartermain, and a Corinthos by adoption. Despite not being engaged to Jason or Michael, Sasha is overjoyed at Olivia's warm family greeting. A healthy dose of competition. Emma Scorpio Drake is doubtful as Jocelyn Jax wonders. Doesn't this seem a little blown out of proportion? The two are fighting for the role of Professor Henry Dalton's assistant, but Jocelyn believes that failure will result in a blown mission. Emma has already caught up with the class, which impressed Dalton. Jocelyn is still working hard. For Jocelyn, there's a lot at stake because she needs to be near to Dalton to complete her WSB assignment. She hasn't been told why, but she can't lose her assistant position. Apparently it's critical to gathering information. General Hospital spoilers update Friday, April 18th. Welcome to the family, tempting proposals and wise advice. Tempting proposals. Meanwhile, Jordan finds herself in the company of Jen Sidwell, who offers her an attractive proposition. She asks about his exact expectations of her. Jordan must proceed carefully, bearing in mind that Sidwell is not someone to be trusted, and handling this situation will be challenging. To get the knowledge she needs, she must gain his trust. Curtis Ashford is already questioning her decision to resign as deputy mayor. The last thing she wants is for Sidwell to get suspicious, especially since Curtis has correctly predicted that she is working undercover. Wise advice. Following her earlier talk with Felicia Scorpio, Carly provides excellent guidance to Sonny Corinthos at her house. Carly warns Sonny that if he truly wants to help Laura Collins, he should stand back. Laura and Sonny's friendship, as well as Sonny's ownership of the two piers Drew Kane and Ezra Boyle want for the Esplanade, triggered the entire referendum. For the time being, it is important to keep Laura and Sonny's relationship to a minimum. As a result, their long-standing relationship is less likely to be the focal point. A bit of confrontation. Jason Morgan appears to be preparing to interrupt Sasha and Olivia as he approaches Sasha to address her directly. He wants to know why she chose to betray him by joining with Sidwell. Sasha had previously made a deal with Sidwell without alerting Jason, but it now looks that he has discovered the truth. This encounter is sure to ignite a heated debate between them. Is this what Olivia means when she talks about Sasha growing toward becoming a true Quartermain? How will she handle Jason's confrontation? The air in Port Charles was thick with tension, the kind that stuck to your skin like dampness before a storm. Carly Corinthos stood in front of her penthouse's floor-to-ceiling windows, her fingers clenching on the wine glass stem. The city below was bustling with activity, unaware to the storm brewing in her realm. She'd spent years perfecting her image, strong, untouchable, and always one step ahead. But now, with the truth threatening to slip out, she needed a cover story so convincing that no one would dare to challenge it. Her phone vibrated on the marble countertop, and the screen lit up with a message from Jason. She breathed sharply. He was the one person who could see through her falsehoods, and he had always served as her anchor in the midst of chaos. But this time she wasn't sure if he could defend her. She scribbled a rapid response, her mind already spinning the web of falsehood. If she did this correctly, she could control the narrative before it controlled her. Across town, Sasha Gilmore paced the length of her apartment, her heart thumping so loudly she was sure the neighbors could hear her. She had held the secret for so long, concealing it beneath layers of half-truths and fake smiles. However, secrets had a way of clawing their way to the surface, and she was forced to confess. Jason Morgan had always been a guy of few words, but his quiet felt more unsettling than any grilling. She had begged him to meet her, saying that it was vital. As she stood before him, the weight of her guilt slammed against her chest like a tangible force. "Jason, there's something I need to tell you," she said just above a whisper. "Something about Carly." His demeanor remained impassive, but she noticed a spark of concern in his eyes. That was enough to make her stomach turn. She'd betrayed his confidence, and there was no turning back. Meanwhile, in the dimly lit office of ELQ Investments, Hamilton Finn sat across from Cyrus Renault's lawyer, Martin Gray, his fingers clenched in contemplation. The offer on the table was risky, but the payoff could transform everything. Finn had spent years following the rules, but regulations tended to bend when lives were on the line. Do you understand what is being asked of you? Martin said in a perfectly neutral tone. Finn nodded. I do. But if this goes wrong, I won't be the only one paying the price. Martin smirked. That's why we make sure it doesn't. Back at General Hospital, Elizabeth Weber adjusted the 4-drip for her most recent patient, her mind elsewhere. The hospital had always been her safe haven, where she could immerse herself in the rhythm of saving lives. Christina accused of second attempt on Ava's life. Alexis regrets not having daughter committed? According to General Hospital spoilers, Christina Corinthos Davis may face charges for attempting to take Ava Jerome's life again. Will Alexis Davis regret not having her daughter committed, as Diane Miller suggested? Christina applied the brakes to what she thought was Ava's car before discovering she had sabotaged Rick Lansing's vehicle by accident. Rick and Elizabeth Baldwin became unintentional victims, and they may have died as a result of Christina's reckless behavior. However, Ava was definitely the intended victim, so Rick has been concerned that Christina may attack again. Because Ava persuaded Rick to participate in this blackmail plot rather than allowing him to call the cops on Christina, there is the possibility of more risk. Christina appears to have learned her lesson for the time being, but this may alter once she learns of Ava's leverage. Christina will undoubtedly be upset by Ava's insistence on Alexis making payments. That revelation may rekindle Christina's unstable side, causing her to go off the rails and attempt to take Ava's life again. Of course, it's likely that Ava will irritate someone else every now and then. Ava is known for making enemies, so another character may target her if the GH writers want to complicate this storyline any further. In that circumstance, Christina may be charged despite her innocence the second time around. Ava, Rick, Alexis, Diane, and even Lucky Spencer may believe Christina has devised another terrible scheme. Regardless, Alexis couldn't go through with having Christina commit, but she might regret it if Ava is gravely harmed. Ava may face a hard fight for survival once someone targets her, and Alexis may believe that someone is Christina, regardless of whether she is actually responsible. If Ava survives a dramatic incident, she may point the finger at Christina and eventually uncover the automobile sabotage as well. A vengeful Ava may decide to go all out against Christina and put her in jail. According to General Hospital spoilers, Diane's prophecies concerning the ramifications for Christina may come true, so we'll keep you updated on the chaos. Natalia betrays Sonny's trust, and Jordan ends things with Isaiah. Friday, April 18, 2025. Today on General Hospital, Joss follows Dalton throughout the hospital, Natalia and Sidwell's past is revealed, and Sonny tells Carly about his heart. Sonny takes Donna home to Carly's. Donna tells her mother about Dante's party, Rocco's discussion, and the fact that Daddy will be unable to attend. Donna departs and Carly questions Sonny about Laura's role in missing Rocco's big night. Sonny says it does, and he understands that their relationship is a liability for Laura. Carly believes he is doing the right thing, and if he wants to help Laura, he should move out of her way. Sonny refuses to discuss the referendum, but Carly insists that he let the vote take place rather than fight it. She believes he could live without the peers. Sonny claims that if he lets this go, his opponents would perceive him as weak, which she knows may be hazardous. Carly believes there must be another method to demonstrate his strength to his opponents. Sonny doesn't want to confront Laura, but their family's safety comes first, citing Michael's burns as an example. He also opens up about his cardiac troubles, which he has had to keep hidden. Carly is astonished and wonders who knows about his heart. He names Brick, Dante, Christina, Isaiah, and Natalia. Carly can't believe what she told Natalia. Sonny reveals that she caught him having an attack, but he no longer trusts her. He tells her about Natalia's relationship to Sidwell, and how Brick set him up with a physician in Los Angeles. Carly insists she will accompany him to the operation. At the hospital, Anna is with Emma, who is about to begin her court-ordered community service. Felicia meets with them and takes Emma to her first job. Felicia subsequently discusses Mac's concerns that this vote could remove Laura from power, putting Anna's position at risk. Anna is aware, and the ADA is watching her closely. In an exam room, Isaiah examines Joss' ankle. She claims she rolled it while hiking on Easter Island. Isaiah says she needs 6 weeks of physical therapy and must stay off her ankle. Joss subsequently encounters Emma, who is in a bit of a mess. Emma reveals that she's assisting with art therapy, and the children have turned her into a canvas. Joss is impressed that she has time to volunteer, but Emma claims it is her community service for what happened at the crypt. Joss believes community service is overly harsh for a protest. Emma confesses that she has some priors, and Joss cannot believe she, of all people, has a dodgy history. Emma observes that not everyone has a daddy to buy them out of trouble. Emma runs off to remove gum out of her hair. Joss observes Professor Dalton exiting the elevator with a metallic bag and follows him. He scans a card and enters a restricted and secure chamber, reserved for approved research personnel only. Joss follows him even after he exits the lab. When he departs she texts Vaughn about their friend from PCU. Emma reconnects with Anna and Felicia and receives her next assignment, a papier-mâché class. Emma leaves and Felicia and Anna continue their conversation regarding Ada Turner. Anna claims Turner believes Jason murdered Cyrus and is giving her preferential treatment. Felicia admits she would not cover for him, but she does give Jason preferential attention. Anna says she has told Jason that if she finds evidence that he committed a crime, she will not turn a blind eye. Felicia observes that because Robert is not around to safeguard Anna, Laura's continued mayorship is more crucial than ever. Jason follows Sasha to her scan and appears moved to see the baby. Sasha is overjoyed since the baby is nearly developed. Jason asks whether he can email one of the images to Michael, which leads Sasha to question why. He believed that seeing her and the baby in good health would aid his recuperation. Sasha begs Michael to think about it since she does not want him to get more involved than necessary. However, she appreciates Jason's visit today. Lucy hangs up the phone at Deception and informs Maxie and Brooklyn that their wrinkle cream is selling out at Natalie's boutiques in Los Angeles. Brooklyn claims they are in the black, and it is only the second quarter. Lucy claims it's all thanks to Sidwell. Lucy says she needs to go and leaves, leaving Brooklyn and Maxie perplexed because there is still work to be done. Jason returns later to meet Maxie and Brooklyn after Sunny requested him to inform them that their firm may be in jeopardy due to Natalia's months of deception. Her ex-husband is Jen Sidwell. Brooklyn inquires whether Sunny was aware of this at all times, to which Jason responds that he was only recently made aware. Maxie believes they should not have trusted Sidwell, and she doesn't care what Sasha says about him. She will not work with him again. Jason says, "What did Sasha say?" Maxie gives him the fast rundown. Sasha claimed the kidnapping was all about Holly, and she was cool with them working with Sidwell. Jason goes and Maxie is determined to break out of their agreement, claiming that nothing is guaranteed. She contacts Anna, who comes, and Maxie updates her about Sidwell and Natalia. Maxie wants to kick Sidwell out, but Anna feels it's a horrible idea because of Lucy. She claims Lucy is too fond of Sidwell so they should sit tight, and she would take care of it. Sidwell makes Jordan an offer. Jordan meets with Sidwell at Windmere to discuss his employment offer, which she describes as ambiguous. He says she can choose her own title, and all he needs her to do is represent his interests in Port Charles. She is friends with Laura, Anna, and Drew, three of the town's most powerful people. Jordan realizes her bond with Drew is over, and he can't pay her enough to mend it. Sidwell notes that Drew is a powerful man who should be on their side. Furthermore, her new employment would enable her to keep an eye on him. He inquires if they have a deal. She plans to have her lawyer evaluate the generous contract. Sidwell will be very demanding of her intelligence, time, and energy, leaving little time for a personal life. Lucy arrives and wonders what Jordan is doing here. Sidwell reveals that Jordan is going to work for him. Jordan comments that she hasn't said yes yet, but Jens is confident she will. Jordan takes off. Sidwell says he heard her cream was sold out. She gives him a sample of their new cream along with his zincite and tells him they are swamped with orders. She says they need to talk business and invites Natalia over. Jens is overjoyed to hear this, since Natalia has always had an amazing business sense. Lucy is perplexed. Always. Jens admits that Natalia is his ex-wife. Lucy is startled, and Jens expected Natalia would have told them when they first met. But he wanted to make sure he was completely truthful with her going forward. Natalia arrives, and Lucy questions why she didn't tell them she was married to Jens. Natalia thought it was irrelevant, and she planned to tell them when Sidwell arrived in town. Sidwell assures Lucy that he is comfortable working with Natalia, and that their marriage was long gone, so they can move forward with this. Lucy informs Natalia that Tracy never wanted her on board, and her days at deception are numbered. Lucy storms out, and Natalia is upset at Sidwell for informing Lucy. She also claims Sunny knows and is out for blood. Jens inquires how Corinthos reacted. She claims Sunny broke off their working relationship. Sunny was the one who appointed her CFO for deception. Jens believes that relationship is finished, and wonders if it was the reason she saw a cardiologist in Los Angeles with Sunny. She cannot believe he is following her. Jens claims he's the only one who can protect her now that Sunny knows she's at deception. He can help her stay, but he requires certain information. He understands that her reunion with Marco went horribly, and he can try to heal their relationship. Help him and he will help her. Natalia reveals to Seidel that Sunny need open heart surgery. Sasha is on her way to becoming a quartermain. When Sasha gets home, Olivia wonders how long she intends to take maternity leave. Sasha hadn't considered it. How does it work to live here without a job? Olivia says not to worry about it. Everyone adores her, she's wonderful with the kids, and she even keeps Tracy in her place. Olivia claims she's well on her way to becoming a true quartermain. Sasha wonders if she merely says that because of her baby. Olivia understands how she feels as she married into the family. She assumed Tracy, who didn't attend the wedding, was boycotting it, but she wrote her a card welcoming her and Leo into the family. Tracy shows Sasha the note, and Sasha is astounded that Tracy can be so kind and caring. Olivia explains that anytime she is at her wit's end with this family, she turns to this letter. If the quartermains adopt someone as family, it's because they deserve it, and Sasha is now one of them. Jason returns later and confronts Sasha, wondering how she could sell out to Sidwell. Say it isn't so, Jordan. Jordan visits Isaiah at the hospital and informs him of her new role as COO for Sidwell's company. He tells her, "You cannot be serious." Isaiah believes this is taking risk to a new level, and what if he's onto her and playing her? She believes Sidwell likes her, which puts her in a position to take him down. Isaiah asks, "What about what we have?" Jordan thinks it has to stop. Sunny's heart condition spills, Natalia's secret is revealed, and Jason connects the dots. General Hospital recaps for Friday, April 18th highlight a busy day in Port Charles. If you missed the show, don't worry. CTS has a comprehensive recap of everything that happened. Emma Drake has already begun her community service by helping at General Hospital. Felicia Scorpio assigns her the responsibility of assisting with art therapy, then shifts her focus to Anna Devane once Emma departs. Felicia is concerned about the Esplanade referendum, and they debate how Anna's position as police chief is safer with Laura Collins in office as mayor. Jocelyn Jacks is also at the hospital, having her ankle examined by Isaiah Gannon. He informs her that she has a torn ligament and would feel better after 6 weeks of physical therapy. He asks Joss how she damaged it, and she fabricates an excuse about something that happened while she was on Easter Island. Joss then begins to follow Professor Dalton around the lab, and once he leaves, she texts Vaughn to let him know she is keeping an eye on their friend. Sasha Corbin is starting to fit in with the quartermains. Sasha Corbin invited Jason Morgan to accompany her to attend the baby's sonogram. After it's over, he asks whether he can send a sonogram photo to Michael Corinthos, which Sasha doesn't think is a good idea. She is concerned that it will send the message that she wants him engaged with the kid. Sasha returns home and ends up speaking with Olivia Quartermain. Olivia informs her that she is becoming a member of the family, explaining that it is because she fits in. She shares a note that Tracy Quartermain wrote to her years ago, demonstrating her kindness. Liv stated that whenever she is annoyed with her family, she pulls out the message and reread it, because it reminds her of the good that exists. Natalia Ramirez's name is on everyone's mind. During the General Hospital April 18th episode, Sunny returns Donna Corinthos to Carly Spencer, and the two have a serious conversation. First, he says that he will miss Rocco Falconeri's argument in order to avoid causing Laura any trouble at a school event. Carly encourages Sunny not to take any action over the referendum. Whatever the citizens decide, let it stand. Don't dispute it in court. Sunny says that he must fight back because otherwise he will appear weak, making the family dangerous. Sunny also finally told Carly he needed open heart surgery. Carly swears she will accompany him to his procedure, which is a week away. She wonders who else knows, and he counts off family members before revealing that Natalia Ramirez knows. Sonny explains that he cut her off after learning that she is Jen Sidwell's ex-wife. Deception's new wrinkle cream is flying off the shelves, leaving Lucy Coe, Brooklyn Quartermain, and Maxie Jones ecstatic. Lucy goes to Sidwell's to deliver him the wonderful news. When she comes, he is conversing with Jordan Ashford about a job opportunity. After Jordan departs, Lucy informs Jens of the excellent sales news and informs her that Natalia will be arriving shortly to discuss some business. He tips his hand, happily informing Lucy that Natalia is his ex-wife. Lucy is outraged and assures Natalia that she won't be working for Deception for much longer.